Okay, we're back at the landing page where we've already completed our residence license and dining agreement. At this point, if you're planning on being pulled into a space, you should come back here and complete your PIN. You will need to share your PIN with your roommate. Okay, so you click PIN, set my PIN, and you'll get a pop-up screen. When you complete yours, the space will be blank. But again, since I've done this already and completed the process, it's already populated. For me, I input my PIN. It's a 4-digit PIN that you should remember. And you give that to the roommate who you want to pull you in. Please note that Residence Life does not have the ability to view your PIN. So in the event that you forget your PIN, you have to come back into RMS and reset your PIN so your roommate can pull you in. Click Finish. You'll get a pop-up screen saying thank you for completing your PIN. You will also get an email saying thank you for completing your PIN with instructions for resetting it. If you have any questions, you always can feel free to call us, but again, we cannot view your PIN. Only you can reset it. Okay, at this point we've completed our license agreement and completed our roommate PIN. So you will later receive an email giving you your assignment time. At that time you will log back into RMS, which I've already shown you, and you'll have the option to select my bed space. Once you do that, you'll come to a screen that looks like this. And for those of you who may have 24 or more credits or 30 credits, you'll see an option here for Hawk Crossing and an option for Sinatra. For this particular demonstration, we are going to show just what it will look like for main campus. So for here, I will click Go, because I want to live in main campus. And you'll see that both terms here are populated. This is a reminder that when you book your space, it is not only for fall, but for spring as well. Okay, at this point you'll have the ability to add your roommates. You'll see the instructions up here, right above it. Oh, I already have one here. Okay, so I'll click the green button. Now you can search by first and last name only. However, if that first and last name shows more than one person, for example a name like John Smith would yield multiple results. At that point you would have to input their exact email address here. And that would be, for example, smithj65@mail.montclair.edu. It is very, very important that you include @mail.montclair.edu and not just @montclair.edu. So for this particular demo, we only have one unique person here. So Stacy Test. Let's see. I will input her PIN that she shared with me. And make sure you click Select. If you don't click Select, the student will not be added to your roster. Okay, then we'll go next step. And please note that you can add more than one person. So you see here that I only added one roommate. As I'm picking spaces for main campus, the maximum I'll be able to input would be 3 additional roommates to myself. Keep in mind though, when you move forward, you will only see spaces that are available for your entire group. So, that being said, if it gets to a point where you want to go and book an entire suite, but a lot of those beds are already taken by one individual person, and you have 4 people in your roommate group, you will not see any spaces available. You will need to go back, edit your roommate group, or search for another place on campus. For this particular demo, again, I will only be using one person. So at this level, we will see the entire campus. Now, for the demonstration purposes, not all spaces are available for you. So anything outlined in red is not available for us. Okay? So red means no and green means go. Alright, so we'll see that Webster Hall, which is obviously not a residence hall at this point, is available for us. It has 54 spaces. So you see there's 54 spaces available. At any point, if you don't like the map view, you can click on Display Table to the top right, and you'll get exactly what's available to you in a list view. But I prefer the display map. So let's click on Webster Hall because that's the only spaces available for us on campus. And then you'll see an exterior shot of the building. At this point I realize I want to live in the first floor. I'll select that space. Here I will see the bed spaces that are available for me and my roommates. I will click on one of the green spaces, and then I'll be brought to a space. Now, it's really important to realize here that you have 10 minutes to complete the entire process once you have locked a room. So here, I'll put myself in one space and my roommate in another. If I release this lock, it'll go back, okay? And I can complete the process again. If I'm happy with my room, I do it again, first floor. Okay, and I will scroll down to the bottom of the page. You will scroll down to the bottom of the page where you will see next step. At this point, it becomes very important that you know your roommate's meal plan. So I will add my own meal plan. Again, these are test meal plans. Not all these will be available during selection. So it's very important that you click select. It will not let you continue unless you click select. So I'll pick one for my meal plan for my roommate. And then next step. At this point, you will be able to see where you are. You've assigned yourselves to Webster Hall, room 111. And you have 8 minutes and 27 seconds to decide if you really want this space. If this is correct, you'll click the Finish button. If it's incorrect, you'll click Previous. We like this space, we're going to keep it. Click Finish, your booking has been completed, and you've completed the housing selection process for 2015-2016. You will receive an email as well as so will your roommates that you've pulled in, saying that you have either selected your room space or you have been pulled in. Okay, let's take a look at what it would look like if you were just one student going in without creating a roommate group and selecting a space that already has people occupying it. So next step, I don't have another roommate, so I want to keep going. At this point, it's the same steps we had before. I'm going to go back and I only see that Webster Hall is available for me to select. Select Webster Hall, and then I want to go to the first floor. And here I see a suite that already has people in it, so indicated by the red bed spaces. So I can click on one of these red bed spaces, and it will give me a list of how they answered their preferences, whether or not they're a smoker, willing to live with a smoker, their bedtime habits, and their study habits. And I can see that for both roommates. I think that these are people I could possibly live with. Now notice it will not show you their names until you've actually completed the booking. So this is very important to realize that you will not see the student's name. And if you're booked in a space, other students who are selecting will not be able to see your name until the booking process is completed.